Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is 64-Bit Rick, and on today's video we're going to the giant turd factory, also known as the Nether, and we're going to build a bloody great big warehouse. Let's get to it! Alright, so why are we building a warehouse in the Nether? That is a very good question, and I have a very good answer. I recently came across a video from Disruptive Builds who built this amazing Nether operation which had rails and a warehouse and a crane and all sorts of stuff. And I had materials, I had a Nether, I could do this. All credit goes to Disruptive Builds. Go visit his channel right after you've watched this one. Not yet, wait till the end, then go watch it. His is much better. Anyway, let's get on with it. So first we need to clear out this entire area. Let me tell you, it took some time. Yeah, that was a real treat. Dodging these piglin fellas. You know, I'm wearing my gold hat. I thought, yeah, we're friends, right? Nah, we're not friends. These guys were having none of it. Let's get rid of this glass chamber. We don't need it anymore. There we go, nothing left but the Nether portal. Listen, mate, piss off. We're busy here. I just got started and you come and bother me. You should be up on the overworld. You shouldn't be down here. Alright, sorry about that. We're going to start by using basalt for the pillars, and we're going to make a small frame to build the rest of the house around. And we're moving on to the roof now with stone brick slabs and stone brick stairs. And this guy, look, I'm telling, why am I getting so many skeletons in the Nether? Is this normal? I spent a lot of time in here mining for all that quartz, and I swear there wasn't that many skeletons. With all these stone bricks in place for the framework, now we're filling in the roof with crimson slabs and crimson stairs and crimson planks. All kinds of crimson is crimson, and that's looking pretty damn sweet already. So I'm kind of glossing over this small house. That's because I'm going to be focusing the majority of the video on the warehouse today. If you want to know how to build this small house, go check out Disruptive Builds video. He will show you in great detail exactly how to build this little house. So filling in the roof with crimson stairs and finally some slabs on the very top to finish off the roof. And what a good looking roof it is as well. What would you say? Is that pink or purple? Alright, we lay a few stone bricks on the floor. Then we add a couple of crimson doors, followed up with 2 trapdoors on the top before we move on to those walls. And Mr. Disruptive came up with a nice little combo for each and every wall. So we're using crimson stem for the sides, which will soon be stripped. Then we add some stairs to the top and the bottom, fill in the middle with some trapdoors, and we are good to go. We light the sucker up with a ton of lanterns. Get right out of here, sir. Take your kids with you. What did I just tell you, mate? You and your kids can piss right off. Getting back to laying down the rest of the lanterns, and we are done with the exterior. Look, why I'm doing the interior, I have no idea. All I need in there is a whole bunch of chests or barrels, but here I am, I'm building an interior. Maybe it's out of respect for Disruptive, who went to the trouble of designing such a nice house in such a disgusting part of Minecraft. I thought I'd do the right thing, and I deck it out so it looks somewhat reasonable inside. That's not what you want to hear or see. A fireball coming straight through the Nether portal and hitting you in the toe. My big toe's on fire right now, so I gotta fix this damage. I'm lucky the bloody portal wasn't ruined in the attack by a giant white tampon. Anyway, let's add some flowers to this place. A little painting here and there wouldn't go astray. Make the place look nice. Some barrels, chests, bits and pieces. Anything to make our lives a little more comfortable. And there we have it. Interior is done. Alright, there's a look at the house. Nice. I didn't design this, and I'm not going to claim to. I'm going to treat this like a tutorial. Hey, here's a conundrum. I don't know if the original video from Disruptive Builds was a tutorial, or was it more of a let's play and I'll show you in great detail if you want to make it yourself? So do I review his build as a tutorial, or do I just review it as a video? I don't know. I will have to work this out before the end of the video. As you can see, I'm making some good progress. I've got tons of bricks laid out, and this bloody maggot right here throwing his fireballs at me. That's what you get, mate. So satisfying. Because I'm building a warehouse today, it also reminds me I have to be at work in about 2 hours, so I gotta get a move on. Mate, move it. Don't stand there. I'm so close to finishing, and is there a way of stopping ghasts from spawning here? Am I doing something wrong? And there it is. The entire floor is covered with stone brick blocks. So after all that time of laying so many stone brick blocks, it's time to dig some of them up. We're going to dig 5 big holes, and these holes will be our mines. I'm going to be using shroom light for the lighting in the warehouse, so if I see one, I'm going to mine it, because I'm going to need a lot of them. Nothing is easy in the Nether. I add some soul lanterns to the layout in the hope that some of these mobs would just leave me alone, but that didn't happen. I'll be using polished deep slate for the framework for the warehouse, and you can kind of get an idea of the size right here. You can see how big it's going to be. And there it is. The frame is complete. So I got the idea of adding a border around each of the mining holes, and just let me say something without bothering me. Jesus, just let me do one thing. Everything's so damn hard in the Nether. So back to what I was saying, I wanted to put borders around each of the holes, so I'm just using stairs to create that border, and that is what it looks like. I think that looks pretty decent. These guys got angry for no particular reason. I didn't do anything. And then all his mates came and attacked me. Very slowly, but they attacked me nonetheless. So I'm using polished diorite slabs for the entire roof, which looks something like this. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm using smooth quartz blocks for the walls as well as smooth quartz stairs. For the entrance, I guess we're leaving all the entrances open, so that first row of walls will all be like this one here. Of course, I need a lot more quartz, so let me just go to my stash here and I'll just grab all of this real quick. And we should be set for quartz for the rest of the build, let's hope. Carrying on with what I was working... Mate, you're stuck in there. And anyway, here is all the front walls all complete. I've got, in the back walls, I have left room for big windows. But mate, what do I need windows for in the Nether? Starting to look real good. It's also starting to remind me of work. Jesus, what time is it? I've got to get there in about a half an hour, so let's get moving. So I have cut down the window size considerably. Those big windows you saw earlier are now these tiny little baby ones. As you know, warehouses actually have these tiny little windows. And like I said earlier, we've left all the front open. Mate, piss off. Excuse me. And not before he did a bloody damage. Anyway, time for some light. Let's bring some light. We're going to use these big shroom lights. Look at the brightness on those suckers. What do you reckon, 10? 12? Yeah, 12. So I use 12 in each section, except for the thinner sections where I only use 6. But they work quite nicely. Mate, did you not see what I did to your mate earlier? Jeez. Anyway, time for some rails. Disruptive put rails in. I thought that was a bloody good idea, so I put my own rails in for these hard-working people who work in this mine. They're going to appreciate this railing system. which takes you from the nether portal, which is where all the gold's going to go in the end, right? It's all going to go up. It's all going to go up to the top. So there we have our railing system in place. We just got to add some power to it. Could have done that earlier. Those two that you see to the left there, they will remain unpowered, you know, for brakes. Got to slow down. So I put my redstone torches underneath so you can't see where the power's coming from, and you don't trip over it. The last thing you want to do is stub your toe on a redstone torch. Light the place up with soul lanterns and regular lanterns. So in the disruptive build, he used lanterns in a similar way. Really lights the place up out here. It looks really good. Inside, it's time to build some warehouse racking. I did attempt to do this out of iron, but it was going to take way too much and the result looked crap anyway. So here we are using spruce wood. There's a nice big rack for the back, and I'm filling the rack up with various bits and pieces. You know, we'll replace this as time goes on. Filling it up with quartz ores here in groups of 8 to make it look like there's a pallet of raw quartz. Alright, it's time to build some smaller racking to go down the side. Got to fill this warehouse up. It is a storage warehouse after all, so we need a spot for all this gold to go. So we're building some smaller racking here on the side. And again, we're just going to put some random bits and pieces all over the place. That was uncalled for, mate. Why? What did I do? I don't understand why. Yeah, you can get it as well. Anyway, I don't really know what I did wrong there, but like I said earlier, they get angry with me. Again, I'm using more of the raw quartz, a lantern here and there, some chests, some barrels, anything that would go, you know, in a warehouse, anything to do with storage and lighting, anything really. Doesn't really matter. Fill up the racks. It just, as long as there's something there. And use these campfires for pallets. Need a few of these scattered around the place. Some raw diamond ore in there, maybe a pallet or two. As you can see, I filled it up with a pallet or two. Once it's all filled up with goodies or partially filled up, looks like a place where people work. I made a little workstation there. There's some levers down the side. Some more gold that has been processed, I guess. Some processed gold that'll be waiting to go on the railing system. And now I've added 3 more racks down the side of the building. Another pallet here. It's looking pretty good. A little rack. I do not know what that was meant to be. I did end up deleting it. Let's take this for a quick ride. Yep, it works. Saved myself that walk. They're not necessary. Really unnecessary, mate. We need a couple of doors in this place. Need to escape for some reason. We'll have a back door entrance. I made a forklift. You could see it there. I didn't like it and I ended up ripping it apart. Also, disruptive build had a really nice crane, which I forgot to build. It was one of the things that attracted me most to the bloody build in the first place, and I forgot to build the bloody thing. Anyway, let's have a look at the finished warehouse slash railway system slash mining hole system slash portal house system. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Big props to Disruptive for coming up with the entire concept. It was his brainchild and not mine. I kind of like this warehouse. It feels like work, but it's not, you know, it's not work, but it does remind me of work, and I got to start in like 10 minutes. So I got to sign off and get to it. If you enjoyed this video and you think it was worth a like, go ahead and give it a like. I would really appreciate that very much. And if you've got any ideas, suggestions, or you think I maybe add some mods or builds to this world, please let me know. Alright, so the question is, do I review the tutorial by Disruptive Builds? I don't know if it is an actual tutorial or if it's a let's play, and you know, if you like what you see, you can build it because I showed you all the steps. How about this? Instead of giving a full review for Disruptive Builds nether mining operations video, let's give him a 10 out of 10 Vegemite jars. How's that? good Australian bloke. It's a bloody good Minecraft channel, and I'm not saying that because he's an Aussie. I'm saying that because it's a bloody good channel. Go check it out. Let me know what you thought of this video. Next video, I'm going to install some bloody shaders. That's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to build something new. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you think it deserves a like, please go ahead and give it a like. I would very much appreciate it. Subscribe so you don't miss a single upload. And if you made it this far, you are indeed a legend. See ya!